116th Hotline.
It's Sadie.
It's Valerie.
And this is Sutana. And welcome back to our podcast, 116th Hotline. Our
trio of sisters
who like to talk about anything and everything. And if this is not your first rodeo here, welcome back to our podcast. Before we get started, I know y'all been going through some things, so I wanted to just do like a quick mental check-in.
Oh God.
Yeah. So let's go from there. Sadie, don't start.
Of course, they're always going to start on me. Okay, let's see. I think I'm like maybe a 6
out of 10. Okay.
6 out of 10, which I feel like the last time we checked, I was also a 6 out of 10.
I think you were.
Yeah. But so it hasn't really changed much. And the main reason behind it, just a quick little recap, okay?
Yeah.
You have to. Well, I think it's at a 6 because of my knee injury, like I'm still recovering from that. So it's been restraining me to go to like the gym or to be active. And it's just been taking a mental toll on me.
Yeah.
And on top of like work has just been crazy. Around this time of the year, it's the craziest and busiest time for us. So I've just been like on the go, but then like more with like work and mentally like thinking about it rather than a lot of, and I don't get to let it out physically like as I would.
You don't have like the physical release,
yeah, which I normally would for the gym or just to do something active. So, but it's slowly getting better, so I'm excited for that.
But you're in physical therapy, so that's at least that's a little physical.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, my physical therapist made me do like these little bands, like the squat
like
bands,
resistant bands,
and like the little like step by step, and like my legs were burning, and I was like,
like Pilates,
like it's literally like Pilates. Yeah. And then she was like, "Are you okay? Are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just burning." She goes, "Yes, burning's good." You're like, "Yes, get me back into the gym." I'm like, "It's like," and that's the closest I felt alive again. It felt good. I'm like, I'm confident that I'm gonna one day be back in it. So
you will, I think, and I think it helps being in physical therapy. So you're not doing anything at all. You're at least doing something. So
to make it back.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at now. I'm confident it's gonna go up because of all of the holidays coming in.
Yes.
Yeah. Spend time with my family and friends. So I'm sure it's gonna be a lot better.
So Val.
Yeah. So
now to Val.
Look at she's like.
The reason why we're doing mental health check-in.
I really don't want to do one.
Well, you're gonna have to. Hey, you know what? When you're struggling, life still goes on, right? So you gotta. And obviously, why we created the podcast, right? To help us individually.
I know. And I don't want us to be like fake and be like, oh yeah, we're all good and handy dandy.
Yeah.
Bitch, life is real, and sometimes you be having those days. Okay, and it's okay to have those days.
Absolutely. So, how are you feeling out of 1 to 10?
I'm honestly at like a 3 right now.
Okay, why is that?
Low.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That is very low.
And
that's real.
That's raw.
That's real.
I think I'm at a 3 right now just because, one, the fucking weather, like, for sure. Like, I get seasonal depression so fucking bad.
Can I just add something? I'm sorry. Because whenever y'all used to say seasonal...
It's my time.
No, but I just want to relate, like, real quick, because you said seasonal depression.
Yeah.
It is so real.
I told you. Seasonal depression is a real fucking thing. I hate it.
Ever since y'all said that, like, as soon as it started getting darker, I'm like, as soon as I get home, my body just want to go straight to bed. And I'm like,
don't want to do anything. Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yes. So one thing is like the seasonal depression, like that for sure, like it gets me so bad, and I'm trying to not let it get to me because like obviously we don't live in a state where it's like hot 24/7 year round.
Yeah.
So for sure the seasonal depression is like getting to me, and like I've stopped taking my meds, which I should probably get back onto.
Yeah.
Just because like I always try to like do life without it, but then it always bites me in the fucking ass. So that's one thing.
Okay. How long have you been not taking your meds?
Probably since September. So like a month and a half, almost 2 months.
That's rough.
I just stopped taking it just because I don't know, like I know I need it, but like I really, really want to try doing without it, and like, but then like I know that I need it, so I should probably
like you're just trying to be like, okay, well maybe I'm good, like maybe I don't need it,
but which I know is a fucking lie
because that's the purpose of it, right? It makes you feel good because of.
And you would think I'm a nurse, so I would know that if you need meds, you would fucking take it. But like that's why I don't.
We have this conversation.
Yeah, that's why I don't take like birth control pills, because like I don't like to take pills. I don't like to do any of that, but I guess I really should, because I can
okay.
because like now since I've started on it, like I can feel like when my body does need it, and that's what I don't like
the, almost like withdrawal, or like
I can feel like it's such a weird feeling. I can feel my whole body kind of going numb and like tingling, like when I don't take it, like that's when I know I need it. And then it's like when I do take like one, that like if I'm feeling like that and I do take one, then like it makes me feel better. Like
Really?
It's just like 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 I can feel my body fiending for it. Like my chemical imbalance.
And can I ask you, how long have you been taking them? Like, well, when did you start taking them?
Like a year and a half ago.
So like you're pretty
still
well
fairly
versed.
new.
But like your
like
body,
it's in my body. It's in my body, and my body knows that I like I need it.
Okay, so is that anything else you want to add to like why you're feeling like a 3 out of 10?
Just that, and then like this time of the year, just like PTSD, traumas and shit like happened around this time of the year.
Okay,
and I think that's like really getting to me.
I feel like
but then that I just do it to myself because like I think about it.
But you can't help it.
Yeah, I can't help it just because it's like obviously last year during this time of the year that's whenever I went fucking manic and like I went to the fucking hospital.
Was it around this time?
It was around this time. And that's when I was like fucking manic, had a manic episode, went to the fucking ER like last year around this time. And then last year around this time, that was whenever like me and the BD were splitting up. I think it was last year around this time. 3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago?
3 years ago around this time was when me and BD were splitting up.
2020.
Last year around this time was whenever I was fucking manic and had like a panic attack. So it's just
kind of like a cycle thing. Whenever the year.
Okay, it's just like this time of the year is like I want to make better memories so that way like whenever it does like come to this time of the year, like I don't fall like victim to my own memories. Of course, because it's like
you have
this is all I think about.
You have to take the initiative to do that. Like if you
I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm serious. I'm like been like going through it.
I know.
Let it out.
I never cry, guys.
I know.
No, she never freaking cries. Like usually we're the ones crying.
I know, but you know what? You literally are in charge of your mind, and you literally can make changes.
Sienna's like, this you're gonna cry about? She's like, everything else you've never cried.
No, it's just but like I obviously that's some traumas, and honestly, if you think about it, you've never really been able to fully heal from that. So you have to think about if, like you say, if you want to change this during the time of year, you have to make different memories.
Yeah, I really do. Just because it's like last year was not a good year for me, and then like the years before that during this time was definitely not a good year for me during this time. And like you guys know me, I love like this time of the year, like Christmas, the holidays, like it's literally my favorite time of the year. But then like the past few years, like it hasn't been, and it's like I hate that.
Like it almost robbed the happiness
out of myself.
And like you said, it was out of your control. What happened,
Yeah.
So now I feel like if you look,
it's time to move forward.
Moving forward to make new memories and to like replace those old memories. It will come, definitely. Like
you just have to take the initiative to really do it. I mean, you have to be intentional. Everything you do to make sure that you're doing it not for the sole purpose of just keeping my mind busy, but for the sole purpose of I'm trying to build new memories, new traditions, new things, so that I can make room for happiness and find myself again. Trying to really just find who you were again, but in a different way,
And I know obviously it's easier said than done.
Yeah,
and I would say that every time, because I mean I've been through the same. I've been through the same shit. Like it's gonna be hard, but like Sienna said, if you're just intentional with it and you really just want to let go of the past, to leave it in the past,
you have to make the decision to do.
Yeah, and like on top of that, like my job has been hard. Like that's been a struggle, and like I literally have no friends at work. Like no friends at work. Like
really?
Yeah, I don't talk to anybody at work. Like I just keep to myself. Like I talk to nobody, and it's like I just feel like I have nobody at work. So it makes me like miss my work friends, and like I do miss them and like talking to them. That's why I'm gonna go to Evan's house later today.
But then it's also you just recently switched to night at your new job.
This is like my first night on night. This is my first week on nights.
Yeah, and that's okay. Maybe we'll make friends. You have to.
No, they're fucking mean, dude. Well, they're one of the girls there. Like, she's fucking mean. And I'm just like, bruh, I hate when people are fucking mean like that, because I'm like, why?
Yeah.
For no reason.
Because, well, you have to think, it's not them, it's not you, it's them. Like, they literally...
I know, that's why I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna keep to myself and like do my own thing, and like I'm really here to work. But then I hate that, because I'm like, I love working in a place
you're
that,
there
like,
for 12 hours,
yeah,
for crying out loud,
yeah.
you know? Like, you want to at least have some kind of relationship,
like,
yeah,
it's an environment that you're always going to be around, so you want to make
I'm
sure,
like, now I'm thinking like, man, do I even want to work here? Because
Yeah.
literally, like, even like on days shift, when I was on days, like I talked to nobody.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I talked to nobody. I had no friends there. And then so like now I'm just like, I don't even enjoy like being here and being at work, which I hate, because like for me, I really do love like bedside nursing. Like
Yeah.
I love it. But then like I'm like, this environment, like I don't love it. So I'm like, do I even want to work here anymore? Like maybe I should go do something else.
But wait, okay. Since this is like, I think like a triggering time of year for you,
That's what I'm saying,
I
like,
think you're just like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm
thinking a
like,
little
is
bit-
it
everything around
is it
you.
really
Yeah.
that really how I
No,
feel,
I don't
or is
think
it
so.
or is it just because like other things are triggering me? That's why it's fuck, what's that word? It's
Affecting?
influencing.
Yeah.
Influencing.
I think
So
you just
that's-
need to take a moment. Like,
Yes.
don't make any rash decisions during
Yes.
this time of year.
Yes.
Especially since you're very sensitive, like,
You're
during this time of year.
vulnerable too.
You're
I
vulnerable.
think I think that's exactly what it is. That's why I'm like, I'm trying not to make any rash decisions right now,
Yeah,
because
don't.
a lot is going on in my brain right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I be doing shit to like trigger myself, and so I don't want to act irrationally,
Mm-hmm.
because me, when I'm triggered, or like if something happens to me, I just react. Like I don't give
Yeah,
myself
you
time to think. I react, and then later on after I think about it, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah.
Like I just needed to calm the fuck down, take a second, and just fucking breathe. But then like when shit is said and done, like I already fucking reacted. So like
Well,
I
then-
know I need to calm down and just
So maybe
At least you're aware. So in the next time, you just have to remember, okay, I just have to breathe, and then I can process through it, or before I say
process
anything,
everything,
you know?
yeah. Before making, like you said, reacting and interacting with it, you know.
But it's not going to happen overnight either. So you
not.
just have to give yourself
like
grace. you
literally
know?
just talking about this, my lips feel numb. Because like my chemical imbalance is like all over the place.
I don't know. I think you have a lot going on, and
do.
you know, I like this little. There's this song that I listen to that's really, really good. I will put it like in the captions here, or like I'll put it on our Instagram story, but it's called Affirmations.
From Janae Aiko.
No, it's not from Janae Echo. It's a song that was called Affirmations, and basically she just says in the song, like, you know, whatever doesn't serve me, I let it go. Like, you just have to think about, like, whatever doesn't serve your brain or doesn't serve your life, you just have to let it go, because the more you hold on to it, I mean, you know this, we've talked about this.
I was just gonna say
like,
that. I
you
was
know,
like-
but it's I think it's hard when we're going through the motions.
Yes, I
It's-
think it's definitely a lot easier when you say it, or like when you're not going through it. But when you personally are going through it, it's so much harder to do. But then like that's where like the hard work comes in.
Exactly.
Yes.
You have to take.
Yeah.
You have to be in control and be like, okay, I know
Taking
what I
initiative.
need to do, so I have to just actually do it.
And
That's
you
the
know,
hard part.
honestly, just saying it out loud already too is the first
Yeah,
step. It's
it
the
is.
absolute first step, because if you think about it and you just like keep it all bottled up and you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this, but you don't say it out loud, then it's like it doesn't really go into effect. You know?
Yeah.
Until like you actually say it out loud, start believing in it. Like I know we preach about this all the time in all of our past episodes about.
And people can relate to it too.
Yes, people can relate to it because we preach this and we make it sound easy. Like we all said,
But guys,
it's easier said than
Like
done.
I said, it's hard work.
It is
It's
hard.
harder,
You gotta do
especially
it, though.
whenever it's you.
Yes.
Especially when it's yourself.
Like,
Oh yeah,
Because I mean, no one likes doing the hard work. Like that's why it's fucking called hard work.
Yeah.
But the end goal, when you get to the end goal, it's going to be the most rewarding feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean,
Yeah.
I can say that because I feel like I've been through that, and I've gone through
Yeah.
like, you know, like the
hard
dirt,
work.
hard
Yeah.
work, and then like now in general, in
You're
my
like
life, I
reaping
feel-
the rewards. And
Yes,
Yes.
I feel so like I can feel the rewarding like feeling, and it's
Yeah.
just so good. Like I don't know. I mean, that's how I feel. So I know and it took a long time for
And
me to
in the
get
moment,
here.
it fucking sucks.
Oh my gosh! In the moment, it sucks.
It sucks.
ass. But like you said, I mean,
That's why you gotta hold on to your pillars, your
Yes.
support.
Yeah.
You gotta lean on your people. Don't feel like you're alone, because you're never alone.
you're never alone.
Gotta lean on your support people. If you don't lean on them, you are literally gonna feel like you're alone, but you're not.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Well,
And that's okay, and
hey, it's real.
Yes, I appreciate the rawness.
Yeah, and it's just remind yourself to be gentle with yourself, during this moment, because you know how this time of year how it makes you feel. So just be very kind to yourself and don't
remind yourself that, especially if you know that around this time it's going to be sensitive
and triggering,
and the vulnerability, it's going to be all over the place.
I think this is the time I think this is a season in your life where you really have to practice the putting positive out there, because the more you dive into this, because you know that it's like a bad time of year for you, the more it's gonna
get stuck in there.
It's gonna be stuck in your mind. You're gonna think about all the bad shit,
and then I feel like your body naturally reacts to it, because like, you know, when it starts getting colder already, like, I know we don't all really like the cold and the darkness, but then like
for me, I fucking hate it. Like it's so fucking bad.
Muscle memory. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, your muscle memory. So your body just reacts to it automatically.
Already
the cold and the nights, and then the season.
And then naturally, I don't even like the cold either.
Right. So look at the positive instead, like Satana said. Maybe go to really some more little Christmas stores. Just go like, and I love that you put your tree up already, because I'm sure that was a little, that was a good start. Pick me up. Yeah, like put
maybe
the tree
we need to do like a ornament, like decorating, like,
ooh,
like your 16th hotline.
That would be super cute.
Yeah,
we can do it while recording. That would be cool.
We should.
Whenever we get those actual like little stands where we can just put the mic in here, and then we'll like be painting and talking at the same time.
I know.
Or we can try with the wireless mics.
Oh yeah.
Or honestly, I was even thinking about, they have they do like live podcasting where they invite people to do like events or whatever, and they record while like they're doing things like in front of audience. But yeah, we should.
Anyways, Satana.
Okay, so for me, we always have this, guys. We always have the 3 levels.
I'm telling you.
Hey, it never fails.
Yours
is high.
For me,
damn girl. Congratulations.
I can tell.
Yours is high.
Congratulations. Y'all, this is the happiest I've ever been.
Oh my gosh, I love that for you.
Which is honestly uncomfortable for me too at times, because it's like,
that's a
I
need to adjust.
Good point.
To being happy.
Yeah, so I've been going to therapy.
Can you believe she's finally?
I've been telling her for these fucking years.
I'm so proud of you.
So first off, let me rewind back. I think I'm at a good like 9 out of 10. I'm really high up there.
I love that for you.
And obviously you guys know why, but yeah, so I think just with a lot of life changes, I'm really in a really, really good place right now. I mean, my relationship is great. I mean, I love life right now. Like, I'm like, why the fuck is the sky so green? Like, why is it so beautiful outside, But no, I am also going to therapy too, because on the other end of that, I'm like, I don't know how to cope with that, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. So I have never thought of it that way before. Yeah, no. I'm so glad you brought that up.
Because I was like, okay, well, now I'm happy in a good place, but then at the same time, it's like I still feel like I'm on like survival mode, kind of. So like, I'm like, I think I was in that place for so long that I didn't know how to let go and just be like, it's okay.
Too good to be true.
Like, you're in a safe space now. Like, you're in your own environment. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be like all, like have your guard up all the time. Like, you can just be comfortable. It's your own space. So I'm doing good. I'm at like a 9 out of 10. I'm, thriving. Like, I love life right now.
I love that.
I love that. I think I'm the happiest I've ever been. And it's just, it comes to show that, you just got to be yourself.
The darkest days will always be flipped.
Like, I always say, like, whenever I was like going through the lows of lows, I was like, how many fucking
more days,
how many fucking like what is it called, like the bottom
lows, hit rock bottom?
Yeah, how many rock bottoms are there? I was like, golly.
Guess I'm not there yet, because there's another one. There's a fucking another one.
But no, I think I really have gone through so much during the last chapter of my life that I'm now in a new chapter, and I'm like, it's a new book. It's not even a new chapter, it's a new book, sis.
Period.
It's a new book. And I'm in a really good place in my life.
Love that for you.
I'm happy for you.
I love that for you.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been this happy before. So no, like for real. Like,
I feel like that's good, and I think going to therapy for you is like a really good thing.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna like, if my therapist sees this, like,
are you a therapy advocate now?
Yeah, I told her that I have a podcast and everything, and she was like, I literally was talking to her just like how we do on the podcast, and she's like, you're very self-aware, like you like are very intentional with the things you say. And I was like, okay, honestly, like we have a podcast, and I'm like, it's kind of just 60 hotline, and like I was telling her about it, and she's like, you need to keep doing the things that are good for you, like that. She's like, because doing the podcast and talking to not only each other but to our audience, you guys, the listeners, and being able to relate to these things, it's like really good for us to have these conversations versus not saying how we feel when we're in the lows of lows, or like going through tough shit, or even going through happy moments. Like, you have to talk about stuff like this, whereas if you don't, then like Sadie said, you just bottle it up inside.
Yeah, I feel like your mind can only take so much.
You literally start to like feel it physically, and you're just like fucking deteriorating, and it's like, no, and it's not a way to live.
Exactly, just like that, it works the opposite side, the opposite way. If you say it out loud enough, then your body starts feeling the like positivity of it, like, oh, okay, absolutely. I'm gonna do this, I'm really going to do this today,
so okay, so damn, that was kind of long. But you know what, hey, we needed it. We needed it. And if you let us know how you're feeling in this moment in time, do a mental health check-in with you and your friends. And if you don't have any friends, do a mental health check-in with yourself. Like, how are you feeling?
Or just say it out loud.
Just let us know. Loud. It's so important to be in touch with your mental, and not only that, but being able to have a space to release how you're feeling is important too. So do that today. Ask somebody, hey, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? Maybe you could really make that person's day brighter, and vice versa. Maybe you need someone to ask you that. So here's us asking you, how are you? How's your day going? How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? And let us know. So I saw this, I think I tagged you guys in the video on TikTok, but it was basically what I wanted to do, like at our dinner. Basically where they were having like a little get together, and I forgot who these ladies were, but they were basically,
or the one that cooked.
No, they were writing like on a card like things that I want to bury, or like kind of like what they thought their life was going to be like, and then kind of like saying
bye to what they thought.
Like saying bye to their expectations.
Okay, yes.
So basically, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll try to find the TikTok and I'll link it to our Instagram stories, but as a reference. But these ladies were having like a dinner party, and they had cards that they were writing on, kind of like where their expectations were,
or where they thought they were going to be,
during life and in this moment in time. And they wrote it down in a card, and they put it like in a bowl, and they covered it with like coffee grounds to kind of bury, like, it's okay if this expectation didn't happen. Because I'm burying it now, because now I'm in a different place. So I kind of wanted to bring that up and be like, where are you guys now versus where you wanted to be in life? And I think we should talk about that, and we need to be able to kind of like overcome that. So just kind of opening the floor and asking that to you guys, like, what's something that you guys thought you were going to be, or somewhere in life, anything that you thought.
Okay, so am I understanding this correctly, like thinking like about our mindset, like maybe
let me go first then, since you don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I think bearing an expectation of like when I was younger. Okay. When I was younger, I would always say like, oh, I'm going to be married by 26. I'll have my first kid at 30.
Really?
Yeah. Like that was just forever like a thing in my brain. Like I'll be married by 26, have my first kid by 30. And like that was like the expectation. Like, obviously, I did a totally different route than that.
Yeah.
Got married at 17, had my first kid at 20. And
really?
You
were 20?
Yeah. And then now I'm like a single mom of 2. Like that's totally different than what I would have ever expected my life to be. And then like a new expectation, or not a new one, but like a more recent one is like, obviously, like I thought I would be like in a relationship by now, like moved on and like, happy and doing my own things. But like, I feel like emotionally, like I'm still kind of stuck in the same place of like, I don't know what I want in life yet.
Yeah.
And like, that's like what an example was Tana's trying to say.
Okay,
like
gotcha.
that, I feel like those are my expectations of where I thought I would be right now, like old expectations and current ones. And yeah, because obviously I'm not near any of those things or at any of those things.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But like that was like a expectation that I had put on myself.
Yes.
Yeah. Just like whenever me and BD first split up, like I like expected like I'm gonna have my own place by then, move out by then, and do this and this by then, and like those it happened.
Right.
But like these things are like expectations that I know I should bury and let go because it didn't happen, and I need to stop holding myself to those expectations because I already know it's not gonna happen or it didn't happen, so I need to let go of those and make new ones. Yeah. Because I think holding on to those old ones is like what's really holding me back, because it's like I keep comparing myself now to those expectations, and like what we always say, like comparison is the thief of joy. Like it really is.
I mean, even hearing you saying like you need to let go of that, the expectations, because that's what's holding you back, like that's so real, because it
really is, because life really never happens like how you want it to. Like I am literally a walking testament of that. Like it really never happens. Like all of us are, I feel like it never happens like the way you want it to. And I think like everybody's expectations on life is just so different too, and very individualized. So that's another thing where it's like you can't compare it, because comparison really is the thief of joy, and other people put in hard work that you don't see. So it's like you have to put in the hard work yourself. Like you just can't expect things to be easy
or go the way you
want it to, because to look at other people, it may seem easy, but you don't know the hard work that they put in.
That's very true.
To get there.
And I feel like as human beings, it's so hard not to compare. I don't know about y'all, but for me, I struggle with
I do that so bad.
Yes.
Like so,
I mean,
so bad.
if you say you don't compare,
you're lying. You a fucking liar, bitch.
You liar. You know you lying, because at some point you have to have
everybody. I feel like it's just human nature. Everybody compares. Everybody needs human interaction. Like those are just like things that humans need, like humans do.
And it's okay to compare, but don't
let it steal your joy. Like, for real.
You have to be careful of what the limitations are of the comparison and how long you let just don't get so toxic with it, I guess.
Yes, that was a really good example of that.
I feel like I just jumped in really deep. I haven't been to my therapist yet this week.
That's
last week. That's why I'm like, but that's so
good though. I really do like that, and I appreciate the vulnerability of it.
Yeah, this is a new Val. She's never been this vulnerable.
Love it.
It's just because you guys caught me in a bad moment.
Well, that's why we wanted to let you know that.
Podcast
yeah, that's what.
I feel like this is so like realistic though, because like I feel like usually I'm not really like emotional like this on the podcast. I feel like it's you guys that are usually like crying or like in your feels.
Because it's I think you have to,
it's just because it's a hard time for me right now.
Well, and then like I just feel like what we talk about on here, like we are literally being our most authentic self. Like I'm at core every time we talk. Whenever we have our conversations, like my core comes out and everything. Literally, like you said, unpack
spills on the table.
Yeah, spills on the table. That's why you're like, oh shoot, like
it's because I haven't seen my therapist yet. I haven't unpacked.
And you see, the funny thing is, I know y'all talk about therapists a lot, but I don't know if I would be comfortable telling. I'm kind of almost the opposite.
You're like a more private person.
I am. I'm almost more the opposite. Like I feel like I'm so much more comfortable telling people, like opening up to people
your close friends.
I'm telling you, like
talking to a stranger is like
the reason why I
so good.
I mean, I feel like I don't even need therapy now that I'm like so good.
Saying. Well, yes.
But
you're good because you went to therapy, so don't stop.
But whenever I talked to her, she said, yes, you can be aware of what you're saying and like what you're doing. Like you can be that, but the therapist, they'll ask you the questions that you're not thinking of.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true.
Because like even for me, like I was like, oh, like I'm good. Like I don't think I need to come see you anymore. And she's like, well, are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. And she's like, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. Like basically saying like you're thinking you're good and all this stuff, but it's like at the end of the day you're still looking for this, but you're never gonna get that. You can give it to yourself, and it's like those things like that where it's like, oh damn.
That's why whenever she's like, so we'll see you in 2 weeks, I'm like, I think I'm okay. She's like, no, we'll see you in 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well, like
it's just I think different coping and also helping you work through situations.
Okay, but side note, I took a trauma test last night.
Online?
Yeah, like a quiz. Side note, I'm going through it, but side note, I took one last night. So it was out of 50, right? Like the calculation score thing, it was out of 50, like how much trauma like you're dealing with.
So the higher the worse, right?
Yeah.
So the higher,
it's like
means,
out of 50. So if it's like 10 out of 50, 20 out of 50.
So the lower number means you're good. You're better. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay,
The higher number means like you had a lot of trauma you gotta deal with.
Yes, you got 60.
It's out of 50.
Yeah, I know. So you got 60.
It's not possible.
No,
Exactly.
it's not possible.
You get it? Oh my god.
Because I have so much trauma.
Yeah.
It was 44 out of 50. And then it said like the thing said that like dealing with extreme trauma should talk to a therapist. Like
I already know.
and I was like, bro, immediately when that popped up, I fucking swiped out of it. I was like, nope. And I went to TikTok and I was just watching TikTok. I was like,
TikTok
hell
is my
no.
therapy. That's hilarious.
Side note. Okay.
Okay,
but
well,
anyway.
sorry, off tangent. Okay, expectations. I don't know, because whenever Valerie was selling hers, I was kind of like, let me think about mine.
Well, it doesn't even need to be that deep. It could just be like, oh, my expectations were maybe in this time in life I would be
how old am I right now? I'm
successful, or I would have been married, or I would have had
Or
kids.
just like for school for you, like you didn't think school was gonna take that long for you, but it did.
Absolutely.
Like that was
there you go. That's a
one.
really good
Yeah.
one. That's a good one. I think I guess like an expectation when I was younger was like at this age, I'm 28.
Damn, we old.
I think there you go. Now I'm thinking about it.
Fuck.
I would have imagined myself like married with my own house and maybe kids by now. That's if I remember correctly, because I feel like I'm just such a
That was such an old version of you, so you don't remember.
Like I'm such a present person. Like I you know what I mean? Like the goods and the bad, like I tend to forget a lot about it, even if it's the good, unless if I really think about it.
This is why you need to go to therapy, because why don't you?
I don't care about my past anymore.
I know, but listen, in order for you to move forward,
because the past is who is what has made you the person today. So
even though you say you don't think about it, or you don't want to like think about it, why? It's does something trigger you?
Why do you not want to think about
it? That's like something real that they would say in therapy.
Go to therapy once, because I know a fucking therapist.
Well, no, because they say like you have to,
and I can see that. Yes.
Well, even before therapy, it's like you have to reflect on your past in order to be able to understand, right? Why you did things a certain way, or how you cope with certain things, in order for you to moving forward, how would you be where you are now? You know, like you had to be able to reflect and process those things in order for you to be where you are now.
This is how I feel though. Like,
this is an interrogation against
I swear. No, but this is how I feel, and it's not like a what's the word? What is it called?
Explain it.
Defense mechanism. I mean, maybe it is. Who knows?
Oh, hey, say it. Hey, we didn't say it. No.
I know, but I mean, it may be like it, but then I personally feel like right now, like even if I were to go see a therapist, like because in the past y'all will always say, yeah, even if you don't think you need it, like it'll be good, and I understand and I see that. But I feel like I'm I talk to myself a lot. I really do, you know, and I really do. I have reflect on my past a lot. Like if I'm just driving or having a long drive, I will like randomly reflect on my past, and I feel like now where I'm at, I'm just so aware, you know, and I think about all of these things, and then I'm okay with it. Like I settled, and I like in a way I kind of I have already reflected, and I have already buried my past, you know. That's how I feel. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like, I'm good at this. I'm not trying to say anything like, I'm good.
So basically, everything that you have overcome, you've already buried and let go of those expectations or those experiences or whatever, because you're a present person now. Like it's not like even like expectation, like driven, but it's just kind of like, so for example, right? Like something that I need to let go of and like bury is the idea of being loved, I think, by
people that you love.
By being truly and authentically being loved by people that I would love to be loved by. You know, I need to let go of the idea that's never, I have to come to terms with that's never going to happen.
That they're never going to love you the way you love them.
Yeah, or that love or validation or, you know, really like just the authenticity is never going to be there. So I need to let go and bury that expectation. And I think honestly that's part of the healing of reason why I'm feeling so good in this new book is that I have to come to terms with that, and I'm okay with that. Like I have to bury that and let it go, because like my therapist said, like even though that is never going to come to me the way that I wanted to, I can give myself that.
That part.
I don't have, and it's like, see, even that I know that's there, but it's like, to hear someone else say, hey, I hear you and I know you want that, but guess what? You don't have to go looking for that, even if it's from them specifically. Like you can give yourself that acceptance. You can give yourself that love. And you know, just letting go of that is like one big thing. Is like, I need to bury that. It's never gonna happen, sis.
I think sometimes
it's never gonna happen.
it's just better hearing it from like another person, like
Yeah,
hearing
or
it out loud.
even if it's you guys,
It's
you know,
just
like,
better hearing it from a
like,
stranger.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
like I'm sorry that happened to you and you didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
I think hearing it out loud, like from someone else rather than your own self,
it's so different. You know, so I think for me, it's that letting that idea go, that love that you're working so hard for, and like literally overtime working, 24/7 to where you're like survival mechanism. It's never coming.
Period.
It's never coming.
It's time to just
let it go.
Bury that expectation and let it go. Let it go, Elsa.
Do you have another example?
Not that I can think of right now, but that's like one of the main ones for me. Like, I think that's why I've been able to close this last book.
Yes,
it's because
I think that whatever you're also doing physically, like, you know, your situation is 100% helping.
Like your environment changing.
Your environment changing. Yes. I feel like that's like a physical form of what you just explained, of letting
burying
go.
it,
Letting
it go.
Yeah,
being able to say goodbye, being able to
say like it's okay that you can't do that.
Yeah,
for me.
And being comfortable with welcoming a new version of myself.
Yes,
you know.
Yeah, when you let that self go, then you are welcoming a brand new self.
I feel like I'm like in a cocoon coming out. You know, like
coming out of your shell.
Guys, I'm here. I finally.
This is where I haven't been.
I know, like
what? Yes.
It's been a long time, and like I can breathe after like so many years. You know.
Like whatever our traumas are, or whatever we've been through that was like really holding us back, I feel like I've already like that's what I'm saying. That's why now it's like not really affecting me like that, because I feel like I've been through the hardest of the hard already, like at a younger age, you know. And where I am at now, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that
I love that for you.
Yeah,
for real, I really
love that for myself too.
It's so like that's really awesome to have that.
And I'm so honest with myself now. Like, I mean, ever since then, and even within like maybe the past year or so.
Yeah.
Like, you know how I told you that I'm so much more honest with myself and everybody around me now.
Good.
And like I feel like I've been practicing that, so like I've been pushing that into my practices thing, you know, like so much now that I'm literally at a stage where like I'll tell you as it is. Like, I'm good with myself. I'll tell myself as it is. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like I'm trying to think back, and I'm like, I genuinely feel good about myself internally.
That's good.
Like I can't really think of anything that's like really bothering me to the core where I'm like, you know what I mean?
Let it out. Yeah, because that's good though.
And here's just maybe a little off tangent, but the other day I went to I forgot, maybe it was a store or something, and they were playing a song in the background. Oh, my PT. They were playing a song in the background, and you know how sometimes songs can be triggering because of the pastime of the season or something like that.
That's like my problem. I hold on to like objective things to like eat memories.
Yes, and like the song was playing, and then like it like unlocked a memory. It was not a good memory, but I was like, oh, ew, like I don't like this. And then when I was driving home, then I felt like I was kind of spiraling down to like, I want to like I want to relive and refeel the sadness of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just human nature, and I did so. So I played the songs, but then here's what I'm trying to say, and it's a good example, is because I tried to play the music and I tried to relive and to just feel the sadness again, because it was such a strong feeling right back then, you know? Whether it's good or happy, if it's such a strong feeling, I feel like it's going to be in a way addicting,
like you're going to revisit it. Yeah.
So I did play the songs, and I'm like, when I was on the way home, I'm like, wait, it's not hitting me like that anymore. So that's when I knew, I was like, I have now surpassed that. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
because they don't hit you the same.
It doesn't hit you the same. So in my opinion, and I really felt like truly like damn, I'm past that now.
You're like, over that hump.
My past was trying to creep up back on me, but it couldn't.
The universe was testing you.
The universe was testing me, but then,
I'm telling you,
it was like, and that's what I mean by I'm so good now where I'm at, and I've passed all of the like horrible like past trauma, whatever I've been through, and it's just like damn, like now I really have no other what's the word?
You have nothing to hold on to in the past.
Hold on to the past. I have no. What's the word? I'm trying to say like no.
What is it? There's
no need to even try to visit the past anymore. Anymore.
That's good. That is a place. I think you're in a healthy place, and that's a really good place that I want to be.
And
I want to be like that.
You know, I keep telling Val that too. I'm like, And you too.
all the time.
I tell
Oh, girl,
Val,
I'm like, I'm almost there.
You're like
almost there.
I tell Val that all the time, even especially in the very beginning. I'm like, trust me, you will get there. Trust me. So she's like, I don't know. And it's gonna take time.
I'm always like, I want to fast forward to that point.
and that's what that's whenever I was in that stage too. I thought about that too. I'm like, I just want to fast forward to it. But then like when you really like work hard and you start like as Tam said, you start really looking into the positives and filling your life with that positivity, you tend to forget about that hard work of like it's just gonna come naturally. And I just feel like I've been doing that a lot too. Like whatever I put out there, I'm attracting all of the positivity.
You have to.
And that's why I feel like I'm just so good now. And even in the past few years, I'm good now. I got the job that I was really wanting to do. I got a really loving partner. I love my family loves me. I'm just good. You know what I mean?
That's good.
That's so healthy. Like very healthy.
Very,
for
very
you.
healthy. And the fact that I talk about like I said, I talk to myself a lot. I feel like in a way I'm really honestly my own therapist. I feel like
good.
I feel like that's a good thing because
good.
like a lot of people they don't have that
or they don't have the
or they don't have the
to do
self-awareness. Or some people they just don't have the emotional capacity to do that.
Yeah.
So like that's like a very good trait to have.
That's good. I mean like similar to that in a way I guess would be like for example, like me, like right, my situation, the things I'm going through, like now I'm like I think I'm reaching the other side, and it's so crazy because literally the other day I literally talked to somebody that was literally in the same boat that I just got off of. Like I'm not even kidding you, and they're like here telling me about it, and I'm like,
does it make you think about your own past situation?
It doesn't make me think about my own past situation, but to me, I'm just like, that sucks because I know what that felt like.
And I keep telling you, I keep telling her that I'm like, I know exactly.
I know what that felt like. And like to hear like this girl like say to me like literally we're like face to face
words.
Having this conversation. She's like, oh man, like I've been in this like situation for so long, and I'm just I'm just comfortable now, and I just have to live in this environment. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh no, you don't. I'm like, girl. No, I've been there. You don't.
It's like you want to say, I'm living proof that you don't have to. And I tell her and I tell all of my other friends before in the past, like I'm living proof that you it can be
I'm
different.
telling you, and in my head I'm like, why do people not see it? But then in my head I'm like, no, Hannah, they have to experience it themselves. And then I'm thinking like, okay, like everything happens for to any of us for a reason, because you know why? I heard this somewhere that maybe somebody else that you're going to meet in the future is going to need your experience, is going to need your outlook and expertise on that experience in order for them to be able to go. They need help. They need your help
that it can be
you are their guidance.
I
feel,
and bro, it's so crazy because literally somebody told me that the day before I talked to that girl. Like I'm not even fucking kidding you. It was so random.
In a way I feel like that too, like whatever my past, whatever I've gone through, I feel like you said, since I've been through it, I can really speak and back my shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like literally I know I lived through it. You know?
Yeah, but when people say you don't know what I'm going through, I'm like, girl, sis or bro, I know what you've been through. I literally know. And like maybe the severity might be different, but then it's still the same situation, in a way, the same concept, so and I've been through it, and that's why I feel like it's so important to just speak out, because like you said, people out there can relate. At least somebody can relate.
Somebody can relate, and it's like, I don't know. I just feel like this is honestly a very like seasonal depression. Like we were just talking about like type of year where it's like, I don't know if it's because of the season that I wanted to like bring this topic up and like reflect, but it's like, it's important to make sure that we're not dwelling and that you're, and just like that song, like, oh my God, I love that song. I need to show you guys that song. But it's basically like whatever doesn't serve me, I let it go. Whatever doesn't serve me, I let it go. And you have to just keep remembering that, because it's just gonna fill you up with the things you don't want. So just being able to have an open space where you talk about these things, don't dwell on the past, don't dwell, but also reflect in order for you to move on.
That's the perfect
you have to
just reflect on it, because honestly, your past will creep up on you no matter what you do. You can't really,
even when you're least expecting it. Like in PT, I'm sure you were not expecting to hear that song.
Anything.
She was over here probably like,
I was like, yes, working, stretching,
like exercising.
And I heard the song, and it's like it's like
what song was it?
See, it's like you get chills, and you're like,
I'm like, wait, what? I was like, shoot. I was like, then it brought me back to that time. And I was like, shit. I was like, am I gonna like? I was like, what are these feelings I'm feeling?
Yeah, right.
I was like, what are these
trauma
feelings? And then when I went, then automatically I was like, I want to feel it because I want to feel sad. I want to
Hey,
cry.
that's honest.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you. I'll tell you how
that
it
is so
I do
honest.
that too, bro. It's so bad.
But then, like,
We know yours. We know.
where you are right now, you will cry. You will sit.
I
in
do
moments.
cry.
Oh, we know
I
that.
literally me the other day.
I try to, but my good and my happiness right now just won't let me. Like where I'm at, my soul is just like Sadie, you
Must be nice.
No, Val, you know what it
You'll
is?
get there,
Okay,
babes.
I'm gonna give it to you hard and raw.
you'll get there.
You need to get yourself out that victim mentality. You're doing it to yourself.
I do. I
You
know.
that.
I do it to myself.
You know
I
that.
do it to myself. I know that already.
Sis?
I do it to
Well, just
myself.
like that example earlier, right before we started recording on my phone with the memory thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
That's
literally
not
did it to
healthy.
myself.
But then that's an example of what I'm saying.
You go down the cycle and you're like-
because you cycle, you're like, okay, this was a hard time in my moment.
Yeah.
And yes, and I think like what I said earlier is like even when regardless if it's a really really happy moment or a really really bad moment, the feelings was so hard and strong
Yeah.
that it in a way it's addicting. I don't know how about y'all, but I feel like that because sometimes like I said, that's a great example of the song. I'm like the song unlocked a really bad memory, so then I thought about the bad memory, even though it was bad, it was so strong that in a way my feelings.
You were fiending.
I was fiending for it. I was like, let me
You
feel
was
like that.
fiending.
Again. Let me feel like that again.
Because I know that time in my life,
know what I'm saying?
it was so rough
It
for
was
me.
so rough.
So
It was
I
like the
wanna feel
high.
it
It was
again.
like a quick high.
It's a high, and I tried to get into that little bad
quick
high,
high.
but my thankfully my good high took over.
Oh,
The good high
That's
was
good.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just honestly like I mean,
No, that's good.
and I really try to radiant that with people around me, like even my students or my like coworkers, any of my family and my partner, and even y'all. Like I feel like I'm so good right now. Like I've been through all this shit. So like you too can get there. It's what I'm trying. That's
You
my main
have
message.
to. That's why I say you have to. You are in charge of making that decision.
Making the decision, taking the initiative, because I remember the moment I took the initiative too. To really, I remember honestly, I can't
Taking
remember
responsibility?
details. Yeah,
Yep.
responsibility, accountability. Like, okay, I can't do that anymore because I really have to look forward. And I think what really motivated me was traveling. Like, there's just seeing new places and knowing that I can be. There's more to life than just this. You know.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
damn.
Preach a Sadie over here. That was good.
And bitch, this ain't the end of the world because I got the whole world to go see.
okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shut the bitch. Hey,
This ain't
Put that on
this
shirt.
ain't the end of the world.
I got the whole world to see.
Yeah, because I got the whole world to see. God damn.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. That's gonna be a new sticker. That's a bar.
Ghost Rider.
That's gonna be a sticker right there. Oh my god, that was actually really good.
Write it down.
Really good.
Dude.
This ain't the end of the world because I got the world to see.
No, this ain't the end of the world because I still got the world to see. No, or just
Let's rewind it back.
Yeah.
I think
whatever. I don't know.
this
It
ain't
was
the end
good
of the
though.
world because I got the rest of the world to see.
The rest of the
Oh,
world.
the rest
of
of
Yeah.
The rest of the world.
Damn.
I'm gonna have Lisa make us a shirt for that. For real.
I like that
This
shit.
ain't the end of the
Dude, that-
world.
and
And then in the back
16.
because I got the rest of the world.
Oh.
That's a bar. I love that. I love it.
Damn. Damn, we good. Bitch,
But
that
honestly, like you listening at home, tell
You
us
watching.
your experiences. You know, like
Yeah,
have you
let us
been
know.
through anything? And I guarantee.
or what is an expectation? Not even an expectation, but something that you need to bury in order for you
Or
to
an idea of yourself or an idea of your life
In
that
order
you
for you
thought
to-
was going to happen and it didn't.
You have to bury it in order for you to be able to move on.
Move on.
So if you're going through that hard time, like Val right now, she in the trenches.
I really am, bruh.
Girl,
But hey,
you've been
but
in
you
the
know
trenches for a minute.
But
No, I
even
think
if-
just like this week, I've been in the trenches really bad.
But then this is the first step because we're talking about it now. So I know it's in your head now. So you're gonna start. I mean, I hope you do. But you're gonna start.
Take the initiative.
To like, I gotta let this go. Like
Truly, let it go. I feel like you've been dwelling over the same
Feel it.
feelings.
feel it though. Like yes, feel it. Put it
And
in the
let
feeling,
it
cry
go.
it out, and then let it go. And we've said this before in the past,
Yeah.
you know. So and now we really got, like I said, we said it so many times. Can you please practice what you preach? Because I'm over here. I've been practicing and I'm good. I'm proof that it works. I'm proof that it works.
Val, you just have to take the initiative to actually do it. Like do it. And you know what? It's the addictive feeling.
No, because you know,
Yes.
so I saw this TikTok where it's like TikTok. I saw this TikTok where it's like this guy was saying how like, oh, that's actually something that you shared to me, where it's like he's scared to let it go because he's like he's like romanticizing and idealizing that like he's nothing without that trauma.
Yes.
So it's like if I let go of all that trauma, like then who am I? Because that's all I've known. Like,
Well, guess what? You about to find out a brand
Whoa!
new you. Just like Satiana
You're
said.
about to find out.
Satiana said,
Hey, but you know what? Isn't that exciting to know?
it's exciting, but then it's
nerve-wracking
scary.
too. I know, but you know what? Imagine if this is how you are now. Imagine what other version of you can unlock.
If you unlock, that's the word right there. And well, you said it yourself earlier. You said, since I've closed this chapter now, I feel like this is a new book.
It ain't a new chapter.
It's not even a chapter anymore.
It's
baby.
a new book.
It's a new series.
And your new book is waiting on the other side. If you just take that step, sis, that new book right there is for you. You can start fresh, blank page 1. You get to write your shit now.
I'm telling you because I think like I'm at a place now where I'm like, I know, like, damn, aren't you, like, for me, like, I just got over the hump and I was like, I'm tired of feeling like this,
Mm-hmm.
and now, like, to be in a new place, I'm like, well, aren't you tired of feeling like that?
I know you gotta be tired because I'm tired. I'm just kidding.
No,
you know we love you and we're just joking around. But at the end of the day, like
we just want what's best. I mean, anyone who can tell you that, hey, you need to try to, whatever, it's because they love you, and like, and not just saying like for us, but you listening, like if people are telling you like, like ways to so you can help move forward and be a new version of yourself, it's because they see that you are not in a good space, that you're not in a good environment, that you need to change so that way you can welcome new things, new blessings, and just be a better version of yourself.
Like you said with that little TikTok of the guy saying that without the trauma, who am I?
Yeah.
It's because it's like you said, it's all what you've ever known. It's familiar, and then you're comfortable because that's what you know. So, and we already talked about this. Well, wasn't there literally an episode called to go the uncomfortable route, or like or was it something we just
something about being uncomfortable? Yeah, go within the uncomfortable.
Go with the uncomfortable. So. Just gotta start practicing. At the end of the day, we preach this. We talked about this. Like, it's not necessarily repetitive because we talked about like we almost go into like it's like it all comes from the same tree and root. But then we go into different branches. You know what I'm saying? So like it's preaching. I'm a poet over here.
It's just I think it's time that you actually hold yourself be accountable and take initiative for you really
too.
And that's how I think you get out of the victim mentality, is really like truly 100% taking responsibility and initiative to no longer allow yourself to be in the spaces where that it's going to make you feel like that, or allow yourself to be in an environment where that it's going to trigger you back to that same place that you don't want to be.
I always see people posting like status. Like some people, I used to think this is so corny and dumb, but then now I'm thinking about it. I was like, these people are like, they're woke. They like people posting comments like, I'm thankful to be alive today. I'm thankful to just because there's so much more worse going on, so you need to start counting your blessings. You know what I mean? Count your blessings. When you start counting your blessings, that's when there's also like an initiative, so like a flip of let me think about what's like the goods. Let me be thankful of what I have now, rather than focusing on like the bads that has happened to me, because
that has happened. That's the thing. Keyword has happened.
You know what I mean? So
being able to confront that, reflect, and let it go. Because it doesn't serve you no more.
It doesn't serve you anymore.
Doesn't serve you.
And like for example, you said your job now. Yes, you don't really have any friends, and you don't really know if you like it. But hey, at least you have a job. At least some people are struggling to get a job, to even get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still got money coming in. You got a roof over your head. You got your kids with you. You're doing good right now.
I think you're on those. I think you're ready to. I think you've been ready to meet this new version of yourself. You just got to do it, sis.
Like there's been times in the past 3 years or 2 years where you've gotten so close, and then like you keep getting drawn back to whatever that may be. Maybe if like a part of your past is like pulling you back or something.
Is that like the thing with the song, kind of like that?
Yeah,
like.
With the song, when you're feeling when you're listening to that song.
My example.
The song. Yes. Like your example where it's like
the past,
it boom creeps, and you're like,
and then you're like you get drawn back,
and then I spiral down.
Down. Yes. And like I said, I know it's so much.
You'll get there. You'll get there
because it took me quite a while too.
You'll get there.
It definitely took me quite a while, but I mean, shoot.
But like you even said about, you got to do the hard work. The hard
work will be so rewarding. I'm telling you, like it's so rewarding that you will eventually forget about all the bad.
I think all of us has had to do hard work, and I know you've had to do a lot of hard work to get here, but Hey,
It's just been hard times.
I know.
Hard times.
That's true.
Hard times.
And I'm not saying that, you know,
Hey, but you know what? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right?
Would be doing it. I think that's the beauty of it.
I love that too, because it's like
That's the beauty of it.
that's
You know what
that's
I'm
not
saying?
like, not that like you're right here once you do it, but it's like you see life from over here.
Yes.
You ain't over here with them no more. Mm-hmm. You over here because you see.
As long as if you take a step up, that's all that matters. You don't have to automatically be up here, but as long as if you make a little bit progress,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it, sis.
Period.
And bro, I like to be inclusive because I know
What
a
about they?
lot of like dudes too, or like a little. Wait, did you say babe?
So why don't you say, what about they then?
Oh my god.
This is for everybody. Shut the.
Non-binary.
Not everybody. Anybody.
Okay, wait, do that again. This for everybody.
Okay,
One,
go.
2, 3,
go.
But to everybody, this I'm trying to really preach this. Like, as long as if you just take a step up or a couple steps at a time, that's
a step.
already progress. You don't not necessarily have to be up here automatically. You know.
So I guess
It's
all
going
this to say, you know, if you're tired of feeling the same way you're feeling it,
Say it again.
if you're tired of feeling the same way you've been feeling, pull yourself out.
Pull yourself out.
You got it. Make a
Yourself out.
change.
Use your resources.
You can do it.
She's talking to herself.
I'm talking to whoever's watching.
And yourself.
Yeah, and yourself,
myself.
because she's gonna watch
Period.
this.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
You're gonna look back at this and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, ew, I was that depressed. You know what I'm saying? No,
I do say that though.
Well, and she said that before too.
Yeah. I'm
and
like, ugh, I can't believe I was that sad.
And like,
Yeah.
and back to my little example, like whenever I'm just throwing that out there because there's such good examples. Because like I would think about it.
My ADHD is
I'm
kicking in
preaching
right now.
ADHD because it's going on a tangent, and because I really it's important. You know?
Passionate about this.
I am so passionate
because guess
about it.
what? You've done the work. That's
You
why.
should be a psychiatrist.
As always, we upload a new episode every Monday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find us at 116th Hotline on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook,
Anchor,
Spotify, and Apple Podcast. So make sure you follow us again at 116th Hotline, and make sure you listen to our next episode. Also, if you felt a certain way about this topic or have any topic ideas, feel free to message us,
yeah.
comment.
This is a good
anything.
episode. Just unpacking.
Just unpacking and kind of just like also like life recap. And I think every episode is very, very valuable for us because not only are we showing our vulnerability, but also we need to have these open conversations just about our emotions and mental health.
Period. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys have a fun time with their family, your friends, just doing the holidays. Like, this year really is coming to an end so quickly.
So make sure y'all got 1 month to put in that
Make
work
it
before
work.
the year
Make it count.
ends.
Yeah, 1 month.
So do some more self-reflection.
Start
Yeah.
now. You don't have to wait till the new
Yeah,
year.
start now.
Start
What are you
now.
waiting for? What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? I don't know what song it is.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you guys in our next episode.
next week.
Bye.